In recent news, much attention has been placed on Tiger Air amid the troubling times for many Southeast Asian low-cost carriers. Tiger Air recorded a colossal loss of $223 million at the end of 2014. This was despite having sold its Australian wing off to Virgin Australia and its Philippine wing to Cebu Pacific Air. In a bid to aid Tiger Air in its turnaround efforts, Singapore Airlines has stepped in to offer help. The national carrier bought over more Tiger Air stakes, therefore increasing its stakehold from 40% to 50%, and Tiger Air thus went under SIA's wing to join Scoot as a subsidiary of the legacy carrier. The task force has come together to formulate a turnaround plan for Tiger Air, with the ultimate aim of guiding the airline out of its current turbulence back to its thriving times like that of 2011. In order to have a better understanding of Tiger Air's strengths and weaknesses, an analysis was done for Tiger's competitor, Jetstar Asia, to compare and contrast their performance. Jetstar was chosen in particular due to the similarity between both carriers. Both airlines were established in Singapore in the year of 2003 and operate a similar fleet of Airbus A320s to comparable destinations. In spite of their similarities, Jetstar has not been suffering as much in this trying time, and hence, an analysis was conducted in a bid to unearth the reasons why. Let me now bring you through the results of the analysis of Jetstar's business model. Firstly, when it comes to frills, Jetstar definitely isn't lacking. For its 3K flights, the carrier sells 3 different fare bundles, each with different frills pegged to it. The carrier starter fare bundle abides very closely to the pure LCC model, with no frills included in the bundle. As seen here, be it baggage allowance, seat selection, meals, FFP points or flexibility of the fares, the starter fare keeps strictly pure, unlike that of the Plus and Max bundles, where some or all are included. Next, Jetstar's investment in technology. Jetstar has available a straight-to-gate system where passengers with no checked baggage, visa requirements, or outstanding payment can opt to download their boarding passes online to skip the queues and head straight to their flight's boarding gate. Such investment in technology is common among LCCs nowadays, as it allows for operational costs to be brought down in terms of manpower and turnaround time. Jetstar's efforts in utilizing technology in its operations have also allowed the carrier to have a high aircraft utilization. The example here is Jetstar's Singapore to Bangkok route, where a quick turnaround allows for the same aircraft to be used both to and fro, keeping the plane in the air most of the time, hence reducing parking costs. Lastly, as a LCC, Jetstar has to keep its fares competitive. Jetstar has a price beat guarantee. Under this guarantee, Jetstar assures that it offers the lowest possible fare against its competitors. Should any customer find a fare that's lower, the carrier offers to take 10% off the lower fare in a bid to offer customers an incentive to fly with them as compared to a competitor carrier. With all that in mind, the task force has analysed Tiger Air and derived its strengths and weaknesses, as well as identified potential opportunities and threats it may face. As with Jetstar, Tiger Air places much emphasis on the use of technology to aid in its operations. Tiger Air makes its website accessible to its key market segments by offering the choice from 4 languages: English, Bahasa Melayu, Bahasa Indonesia, and more recently, Thai. In addition, Tiger Air recently revamped its mobile app, making it more user-friendly and efficient to use. The latest version boasts allowing customers to book a flight right from a selection of flights to payment, all under 2 minutes. In order to increase its connectivity without having to add new routes and flights, Tiger Air forges valuable strategic alliances with carriers all around the world. For customers, alliances between airlines allow for the added flexibility and options when choosing where and when to fly. More notably, Tiger Air recently formed an alliance with fellow SIA subsidiary, Scoot. Through the alliance, both carriers can therefore strengthen their cooperation by aligning their commercial activities through the sales of parallel routes. To extend its reach out of Southeast Asia and tapping on the emerging Indian market, Tiger Air has also formed an alliance with SpiceJet, allowing Tiger Air to gain a foothold within the domestic Indian market. With an increase in emphasis on safety in air travel in the light of recent events, Tiger Air has taken the initiative to launch a pilot training program with CAE Oxford Aviation Academy, a prestigious Melbourne-based pilot training facility. This program ensures that all of Tiger's first officer pilots are highly qualified and well trained in operating the carrier's equipment. The move also facilitates Tiger Air's growth plans in acquiring new aircraft. Finally, much of Tiger Air's strength is drawn from its air hub, Changi Airport. The airport is one of the world's most highly esteemed, regularly winning the highest honours in awards like Skytrax's World Airport Awards. On top of constantly improving its infrastructure to support air traffic growth, Changi Airport recently started an initiative to help lower operational costs for airlines and improve efficiency in airport operations. Dubbed as the GAIN initiative, airlines get up to 50% rebate on aircraft parking fees and 15% on aerobridge fees. On top of that, the initiative funds Fast at Changi, where self-service kiosks are in the phase of being introduced to help airlines cope with the manpower crunch. Also part of GAIN is the Changi Airport Group's plans to invest in destination marketing campaigns to draw traffic into Singapore. In spite of its strengths, Tiger Air has areas in which there remains much to be desired. A glaring weakness stems from Tiger Air's earlier move to remain as a pure LCC, as the frills and ancillaries offered by the carrier shies greatly from its competitors. This causes Tiger Air to be unable to offer much value to its customers despite its low fares. In addition, Tiger Air's 2011 saga with the Australian Civil Aviation Authority has caused a vast majority of the Australian market to lose trust in the carrier, therefore losing heaps of potential revenue to competitors. Despite all that, the LCC industry is one that allows for much opportunity for growth, with virtually inexistent boundaries for innovation. One channel that this sort of innovation can be channeled to is through the innovating of new format of ancillaries. Essentially, LCCs have to continually work towards market research to find the middle ground of their consumers' needs and wants in order to come up with products and services to differentiate themselves from the competition. Also, with the expanding spending power of the middle class within Asian nations such as China, India, and all of ASEAN, there leaves great potential for LCCs to tap into to meet the growing demands for air travel. In saying so, as LCCs are all scurrying to meet these growing demands, the Asian LCC market is facing overcapacity. There are about 50 LCCs in Asia, and in 2014 alone, orders were placed for 1,200 new aircraft to feed ambitious growth plans of LCCs in Asia. In other words, the total current capacity of LCCs in Asia far exceeds the demand for flights, causing many carriers to be unable to fill seats and flying with low load factors. To add to the troubles of LCCs, there exists a problem within the industry where it is difficult to gain customer loyalty due to the high bargaining power of customers. As such, should carriers fail to successfully differentiate themselves from their competitors, they face the threat of becoming obsolete in the near future. After evaluating all the aforementioned, the task force has formulated several recommendations that will aid Tiger Air in a successful turnaround. First and foremost, in order to be on the same playing ground as its competitors, Tiger Air should look into introducing more frills and ancillaries to add value to its product. As Tiger Air currently already partners an online travel agent to offer a full holiday package to its consumers, the carrier can explore partnerships with newer, trendier providers such as Airbnb. This would introduce more diversity in what their customers get to choose from, therefore making Tiger Air more valuable to its customers. Also, Tiger Air is currently one of the few LCCs that do not offer the option of renting gadgets for in-flight entertainment. Therefore, Tiger Air should invest in tablet devices such as the Apple iPad to rent to passengers on medium-haul routes, closing up the gap in product offerings with that of its competitors, making Tiger Air more desirable to consumers. As mentioned before, retaining customers is a prevalent problem among LCCs. Co-creation would be a good bet to alleviate this problem for Tiger Air. competitions such as designing an aircraft for Tiger's anniversary or coming up with special menu items can be held, thus directly involving customers in the creation of the Tiger Air product. This offers customers a sense of belonging to the brand and will therefore increase the chances of consumers not switching to other carriers. In a bid to make the Tiger Air passengers trip more wholesome, some tweaks to Tiger Air's already impressive app can be introduced. To prioritize passengers and their experiences with Tiger Air, the app should include a form where passengers can directly submit to Tiger Air staff as opposed to just providing contact details. In that case, customers may have the perception that their needs and opinions are not valued by the carrier and that may come with negative impacts. To make travel more seamless for passengers, Tiger Air can look into adopting a straight-to-gate system similar to that of Jetstar's. Finally, to allow for passengers to travel with even greater ease, an enhanced itinerary concept has been devised. This enhancement includes a computer-generated checklist of important travel documents that the passenger will need based on all of his bookings through Tiger, including car rentals. Push notifications should also be implemented to alert passengers of important information throughout points of their journey, such as the closing of boarding gate and flight cancellations. To supplement push notifications, a travel timeline will also be automatically generated the day before a flight to let passengers know where they have to be and when. In conclusion, the competitor analysis of Jetstar and Tiger Air's SWOT has allowed for precise suggestions to be made in order to facilitate a successful turnaround for Tiger Air. We hope that our findings and input will help bring Tiger Air to greater heights. Thank you.